We're in a privileged position in a great industry and in a great market. A lot of people lose sight of the fact that Mexico is the 11th economy in the world. You know, even at current growth rates, it would still take a long time for places like China and India to meet the current income levels of Mexico. Right now, a lot of these other countries have received so much hype that they're overvalued. And I think that presents great opportunities for companies to come here in Mexico and establish cost-efficient new business centers. Latin America is Google's fastest growing region, more than China, more than any other region in the world. And Mexico is a big contributor to Google's overall growth strategy. We're almost at 40 million internet users and growing strong, more than 15-20% per year. It's just a young population. This is a demographic boom for all of Latin America. When we look at not just the next 2 or 3 years, but we look at the next decade, you know, it's evident that as all these young people enter the workforce, we're going to have a much larger economy. President Calderon addressed a group of business people at the American Chamber of Commerce a few months ago, and he said a statistic which I didn't believe at the time. He said apparently the homicide rate in Washington, D.C. is much higher than Mexico City's, and I just didn't buy it. So of course I Googled it, and it turns out it's like 2.5 or 3 times higher, Washington, D.C. than Mexico City. That's not to say that there are no challenges in Mexico. We know that there is strife. There's no denying that. But I'd be very careful to make a blanket judgment over what's happening in Mexico overall. When you look at Mexico's competitive advantages, first it has the U.S. as a trading partner. When we look at Mexico's government, the way that they've managed free trade, for example, they've signed agreements with more than 40 countries worldwide. So setting up operations in Mexico becomes a perfect place to reach out to the world. We had to be here because it's a huge opportunity.